Ever since Bedwars has added Battle Pass in their game, there's always been overpowered kit added to it. So today we're gonna take a look at every single kit from Season 1 to Season 4 and gonna rate them on the tier list. So starting off with the first kit, the Warrior kit. This kit was added in the game in Season 1 Battle Pass and its abilities are kinda interesting. It gives you every single armor for a cheap amount, and instead of having diamond armor, it has its own special armor called as Warrior armor. This kit deserves to be in the good tier because the Warrior armor is just overpowered than the diamond armor and it's just good at the starting of the game. Now we move on to the next kit known as the Bounty Hunter. This kit is kinda insane because it was free in the Battle Pass and its abilities kinda make you kill your bounty, and after killing your bounty you will be supplied with 20 to 60 iron, 1 to 2 diamonds and 1 to 4 emeralds. This is very useful kit if you guys are playing solos or duels, and it deserves to be in the good tier just because it was free in the Battle Pass, plus you get supplied with so much resources after killing your bounty. After the Bounty Hunter we have the Beekeeper. This is actually an interesting kit which makes you stack up easily with emerald armor and emerald sword at the first 10 to 12 minutes of the game. This kit gives you special access to the beehive which can be purchased from the shop for 60 iron. As you feed more bees to the beehive, the drop rate of the diamond and emerald will increase. Also, this kit is unobtainable, so it puts it into the legendary tier just because you can get stacked up so easily with this kit. Now we move on to the next kit, the Jade kit. This is one of the best kit to escape from a critical situation and one of the most annoying kit if you're chasing it to get your final kill. Due to the recent update, if you're using the Jade kit, you no longer have access to the Tully Pearl anymore, which puts it down to the tier list, but to be honest, this kit deserves to be in the good tier just because how great this kit is. Now after Jade, we got the Raven. This kit is actually good at countering your enemies when they are ballooning away. The Raven can be bought from shop for 1 emerald each and it deals with 6 damage per second till 9 hits. This kit also have 70% armor penetration, but you need level 40 to unlock this kit, and it wasn't free in the Battle Pass, so it is a decent kit, but I'll still put it into the good tier just because with the enchants, and if you're using Raven on them, it's just overpowered. Moving up to the next, we have the Spirit Catcher. Players using this kit can buy spirits for 35 iron each from the shop, and it can be thrown or placed by a player which will chase the enemy in its block radius. The spirit will explode when it reaches the enemy and will do 25 damage with no armor. But due to the recent update, they nerfed the Spirit Catcher and you can only carry 5 spirit at a time, which is still overpowered because if you're using Spirit Catcher with the enchantments, there's nothing that can stop you from killing that person. Also, this kit is only of its own kind, so I'll put it into the legendary tier just because it was free and it is so overpowered. Now moving on to the next kit, we have the Pyro. This kit abilities are really overpowered, which gives you access to the flamethrower which can be bought from the item shop for 2 emerald. It can burn your enemy and can brittle them. After the brittle, you can do 20 extra damage per hit, and flamethrower can be upgraded over time as you get the kills. This is the best kit of the Season 1 Battle Pass, and I'll put it into the legendary section just because how overpowered the flamethrower is. Well, that is it for the Season 1 Battle Pass. Now we move on to the Season 2, and the first kit we have is the Trapper. This kit was added in Season 2 and the abilities of this kit are kinda decent, which gives you special access to the Snap Traps which can be purchased from the shop for 20 iron each. Now Snap Trap immobilize the player, the first player who stands on it, and it's kinda decent because it doesn't help you very much into the game, so I'll put it into a decent or trash section, but for me, I think it's decent because it has to have something than having no kit. And now we move on to the next kit, the Gompy. This kit is fairly underrated in Roblox Bedwars, which was free in the Battle Pass of Season 2. This kit abilities are kinda insane, which gives you access to the vacuum which can be purchased from the item shop for 60 iron. After you have the vacuum, you can vacuum up the ghost which will spawn around the map and can shoot it to the player. Once it hits the player, it will do 60 damage and approximately 6 blocks of knockback, which is just insane. And if you're using the Gompy in the close combat, it's just overpowered. So I'll put it into good tier just because how this kit is pretty underrated at the moment. Now we move on to the next kit, is known as Fisherman. This kit gives you special access to the fishing rod which can be bought from the item shop for 40 iron, which allows you to fish items from the void, and different type of fishes reward you the different types of items. Well, there is a chance you encounter a goldfish while fishing which will give you 100 iron, 14 diamonds and 10 emeralds. This kit is very useful because you can get resources while standing in your iron generator, and lately this kit also also got some buff by the developers, and this will put it into the legendary section because how overpowered this kit is, and you can get stacked up so easily. Now we move on to the next kit known as Jack. This kit was added in Season 2 Battle Pass, and it was free to obtain for all of the players. This is not the best kit to use, but if you're trolling, it's definitely the best kit because you can damage your own players with it. But it requires you to have level 40 to unlock it in Season 2 Battle Pass, so... Now we move on to the last kit of the Season 2 Battle Pass, which is Ares. This kit in particular is very interesting, which gives you spears which can be bought from item shop for 30 iron each. The spears will do 65 damage to all of the enemies in the small radius. Due to the recent update, you can only have 5 spears in your hotbar inventory. It is a good kit to use, but not the best, the legendary kit to use, so yeah, it definitely deserves a spot in the good tier. Now we move on to the Season 3 Battle Pass, and this season in particular was very interesting. We had all of the Christmas kit. Now starting up with the Santa. Now this kit is kinda interesting where you can buy present from the item shop for 70 iron each. And you can throw present at the people bases which will call an airstrike on their base. Rather than that, this kit doesn't give you any buff into the game, but it's still not the worst kit, so I'll put it in the decent section. Moving on to the next, we have the gingerbread man. This kit is fairly underrated. You can buy jump pads from the shop which will give you 10 extra health every time you bounce on it. And if you are in a critical situation, you can get 10 extra health instant. I have seen some of the people use it, but not many people use it. This kit deserves to be in the good tier just because how underrated this kit is, and it can give you 10 health instantly. And moving on to the next kit, we have the smoke kit. This kit is fairly useless to be honest. It just gives you a smoke grenade which will make you invisible, and smoke blocks which appears to be blocks but you can walk right through them. So whenever you are invisible, people can still see your name tag and they can hit you, but you can't hit them back. Now moving on to the last kit from the Season 3 Battle Pass, we have the Ares. This kit is really overpowered, and those who don't have it, well, that's sad. As every kill will amplify your sword damage, and if you get enough kills, you can one-shot or two-shot your iron armor person. They also added cooldown to this kit, and they just nerfed it for spawn killing, but still this kit deserves to be in the top rank because how overpowered this kit is. Now moving on to the current season, we have Season 4 kit, and the first kit from the Season 4 is the Alchemist kit. Okay, now this kit is very overpowered. Players using this kit have special access to the brewing stand who can craft some interesting potions, and some potions are very useful like mini shield, heal splash, and rest of the potion can be set up to troll some players. I'll definitely put this kit onto the legendary tier because how underrated this kit is. Now moving on to the next Season 4 Battle Pass kit, we have the Sheep Herder. Now this kit is kinda decent, where you have to go across the map, get some sheep to follow you. But the worst part is, you can only have 5 sheep following you. Now each sheep will give you more extra damage on the sword, but it's not the best kit to be honest because sheep dies in the combat, so it's just fair kit to be using. I put it into a decent tier. Now moving on to the next kit is the Croco Wolf kit. Now this kit is one of the best kit in the game, which turns to Croco Wolf Beast after someone breaks your bed. Also, your knockback and movement increases by a lot, and beast mode stays for 3 minutes. After you ran out of your special ability, you'll turn back to normal with no special ability. But still, this kit is very overpowered, so I'll put it into a legendary tier. Moving on to the last kit of the Season 4 Battle Pass, we have the next kit. Now, I don't know anything about this kit, on how this kit works. I'm fairly confused. I have watched few of the YouTubers' video, but I'm still confused. So I want you guys to let me know in the comment section down below how this kit works and where should I put it under the tier list. Also, join my Discord because I'm super active over there. If you want a chance to communicate with me, join me over there. Well, peace.